Welcome to Japan Digital Asset Weekly. I'm Keisuke, CEO of Wakyodo and venture partner at Onigiri Capital, a blockchain-focused VC fund backed by criticism. Today's episode 57 is one of the most consequential moves we've seen in Japan's digital asset market this year. On October 9th, PayPay, Japan's largest mobile payment app with over 70 million users, announced it had acquired a 40% stake in Binance Japan and would integrate PayPay Money so users can buy and sell crypto and withdraw proceeds directly through the PayPay experience. Cashless meets crypto. Inside an app people already use every day. Let's set the stage. For years in Japan, getting into crypto meant opening a separate exchange account, wiring funds, waiting, and then finally placing a trade. This partnership collapses the journey into what could become a one-tap floor. If executed well, it moves crypto from a separate investment product to a standard feature of digital finance, sitting next to your e-money balance and payment history. That alone is a paradigm shift for mainstream adoption. Why now? Because the timing lines up on three fronts. First, regulation. Japan has modernized token listing procedures, is moving toward more friendly taxation, and has legalized issuance and distribution of yen-denominated stablecoins under clear safeguards. Second, consumer behavior. PayPay already changed how Japan pays for coffee, taxes, and groceries. Users are comfortable with digital value inside our wallet interface. And third, industry strategy. Both PayPay and Binance need a compliant, high-trust bridge between fintech rails and crypto liquidity if they want to scale to the next wave of users. To understand the significance, a quick rewind on Binance in Japan. In 2017, Japanese users flocked to Binance's global platform, but by 2018, the regulator issued a warning as a non-licensed crypto exchange. However, in 2022, Binance pivoted. It acquired a fully licensed local exchange, Sakura Exchange Bitcoin, and relaunched as Binance Japan. By 2023, Japanese users were migrated off the global platform into the regulated local entity. Their journey from outsider to licensed operator culminates in its announcement, a deep tie-up with a household Japanese brand. And here's the inside headline. Binance almost never parts with this much equity. Handling over 40% is rare. It tells you how strategic Japan is and how valuable PayPay's distribution and credibility are. So what does each side gain? For Binance, the first win is reach. Even if a small fraction of PayPay's user base invests, the absolute numbers would be huge. The second is a reputation. Partnering with SoftBank's flagship wallet signals to users and regulators that Binance is here to operate within Japan's rules, with Japanese governance at the table. Tighter integration with PayPay Money means cleaner on-ramps and off-ramps. Users can move between fiat and crypto without the friction of bank transfers. That tends to translate into higher conversion, more frequent trades, and better retention. For PayPay, this is about evolving from a payment app into a full digital finance platform. Users will be able to pay, save, invest, and trade all in one place. That keeps engagement high and opens new revenue streams. Trading fees, withdrawal floors, and eventually a suite of related digital asset products. It also differentiates PayPay against rivals. Rakuten, Line, and SBI each have crypto pieces, but no one has fused the top two consumer wallet with the global exchange at this step. And with PayPay's IPO trajectory and overseas ambitions, partnering with Binance gives it crypto infrastructure that can travel. What might happen next? Here are the possible scenarios to watch. First, equity. Because Binance so rarely gives up this much ownership, 40% looks like phase one. It wouldn't be surprising if there are performance triggers, hit adoption or revenue milestone, and PayPay earns options to increase its stake. That would align incentives and steadily localize governance as the business scales. Second, stablecoins. Japan's legal pathway for fiat-backed stablecoins is now in place. PayPay already holds large yen balances under regulated structures. It could tokenize those e-monies, issue a fully compliant yen-pegged stablecoin, and use Binance Japan as the primary listing and liquidity venue. In practice, that would make PayPay Money interoperable with global crypto rails, a digital yen that moves at blockchain speed but remains under Japan's consumer protection regime. Day one utility could be remittances and merchant settlement. Day two could be programmable commerce and cross-border payouts. Third, the super app. Imagine opening PayPay and alongside your e-money, you see crypto holdings, an NFT tab for loyalty collectible, and the yield shelf that's actually a set of regulated, principal-protected instruments or tokenized e-money. As Japan clarifies how crypto is treated within financial product law, more pieces of that experience can move inside the same front end, while custody, risk, and the disclosures remain compliant on the back end. The user doesn't need to learn new jargon. They just toggle between everyday money and digital assets. Fourth, the competitive response. SBI, Rakuten, and Line have the ingredients to reply. Banks, brokerages, exchanges, and big consumer apps. But the PayPay Binance access raises the bar for seamlessness. Expect fast follower partnerships, deeper brokerage hookups, wallet exchange links, and perhaps bank-issued stablecoins, advancing from pilot to product. For smaller exchanges, this could accelerate the shift toward institutional issues, white-label services, or regional specialization. Now let me put on the insider hat. The truly extraordinary part is Binance's willingness to localize ownership. That is not the default master memory in crypto. It implies two things. One, Japan's massive market, where brand trust and regulatory comfort outrun corporate control. And two, the partners likely see a roadmap beyond spot trading. Payments, stablecoin circulation, tokenized assets, maybe even settlement rails that touch traditional finance in ways offshore exchanges never could. If that's the thesis, then a deep local ally is not optional. It's strategic. There are challenges, and we should be sober about them. Integrating a high-velocity crypto exchange with a mass market wallet demands rigorous risk controls, user education, and airtight security. The UX must be simple without doubling down on risk disclosures. Consumer support has to meet Japanese standards, not crypto-native norms. And the teams will need to navigate product sequencing carefully. Neo deposits, withdrawals, and spot first. Then expand feature sets under regulatory guidance. But if anyone can do this, it's a pair that combines Binance Exchange tech with PayPay's consumer-grade operations and software-level governance. Zooming out to the global lens, this deal is also a signal of how Binance adapts. After years of scrutiny in the US and Europe, the company is proving it can localize, partnering with regulatory champions in key markets, instead of insisting on centralized control. We saw a version of that in Thailand. Doing it in Japan, a G7 economy with stringent oversight, is a higher bar and a bigger signal for fintech observers abroad. This becomes a reference model. If we want crypto to go mainstream, don't bolt it on. Weave it into the payments fabric people already use and the rules they already trust. My takeaway is simple. This isn't just an investment. It's an operating thesis that the next wave of crypto adoption will come from distribution plus compliance, not from speculation. By plugging the country's dominant wallet into a licensed crypto engine, Japan is showing how to bridge cashless finance and blockchain in a way that feels native to consumers and acceptable to regulators. If the execution matches the ambition, we'll look back on October 9th, 2025 as the moment Japan's digital asset market crossed the chasm from early adopters to the mainstream. That's it for this week's Japan Digital Asset Weekly. If you found this helpful, please like, subscribe, and share. At Wakyodo, we have global digital asset teams enter Japan, from regulatory strategy to partnership and go-to-market. Thanks for listening, and I'll see you next Monday.